Krishna's grandfather had a beautiful little daughter, Pritha. His cousin Kunti Bhoja was childless, so he adopted Pritha and called her Kunti. She was good-natured and cared for guests very well. Her conduct pleased sage Durvasa, who came there once. He gave her a mantra by which she could request any god to give her a child. Being very young and curious, she thought of Surya, the sun god, and chanted the mantra. Surya appeared before her and told her that he would give her a son. Kunti was terrified, but there was no way to change the effect of the mantra. So, a radiant son, Karna, with a divine armor and earrings, was born to her. Unable to keep him, she put him in a box and sailed it down a river. The box was picked up by the royal charioteer Adhiratha, who brought up Karna with his wife Radha. Kunti and Pandu. Kunti's Swayamvar was held when she was older and she married King Pandu. She went with him to Hastinapur, the capital of his kingdom. Pandu also married Madri, the sister of King Shalya of Madra. The custom was to make friends with different kings through marriage. Once Pandu was out hunting. He killed a male deer, playing lovingly with its doe. They were actually a sage and his wife. The sage cursed him that he would die if he was ever lovingly with his wives. Pandu was very unhappy and, giving his kingdom to Bhishma and Vidura, he went into the forest with both his wives. Kunti told him about the boon given to her by sage Durvasa. She shared the mantra with Madri and 5 sons were born: Yudhishthira, Bhimasena and Arjuna to Kunti, Nakula and Sahadeva to Madri. When Pandu died, Madri became a sati with him, leaving Kunti to care for the children. Kunti and Pandava's return. The news of the death of Pandu and Madri spread through the forest and the kingdom till it reached the palace at Hastinapur. Yudhishthira was 16 years old at the time. Vyasa, who was the father of Dhritarashtra, Pandu and Vidura, and all the royal personages including Bhishma, Vidura, Dhritarashtra and the old queen mother Satyavati were grief-stricken. Kunti and the Pandavas were brought back to Hastinapur and the boys were entrusted to Bhishma. Funeral rites were performed according to the custom. Sage Vyasa, who came as a mentor from time to time to guide the court, advised Satyavati that the future would be difficult. It would be full of sorrow. The queen mother should not stay to suffer, he said. So Satyavati took Ambika and Ambalika with her and went to live a holy and simple life in the forest. Childhood. The 5 Pandavas and the 100 sons of Dhritarashtra grew up studying and playing together. Kripacharya taught them the arts of war. Bhima was the strongest and the most powerful among the boys and bullied the others quite often. Duryodhana disliked Bhima and was becoming more and more jealous of Yudhishthira. Pandu had been made the king instead of his elder brother Dhritarashtra, who was blind. That meant that Pandu's son would succeed his father as king. Duryodhana and his brothers once poisoned Bhima during an outing and threw him into a river. Duryodhana and his brothers returned without Bhima. Kunti and her sons were worried. In the river, Bhima was bitten by poisonous snakes and that drew out the poison given to him earlier. He recovered and returned to Hastinapur. Duryodhana was enraged. Vidura warned Kunti against Duryodhana's evil nature and Yudhishthira asked Bhima to be ever alert and cautious.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.